Let's pray. Mighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings stand upon us here assembled, so that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county, and of those whose interests you committed to our charge. Amen. Clerk, kindly take us through the order of the day.
The third assembly, fourth session, order paper number 375 of today, Thursday, 4th December 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Spend time. Yes, Honorable Nyauke. Next order.
Commencement of business. Order number 8, motion that this House adopts the report of Liaison Committee on the consideration of half-yearly progress reports of committees for the period ended 30th June 2025 by the Honorable Nerea Okombo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, orders number 1831 compels each select committee to submit yearly progress reports to the liaison committee. Consequently, orders number 1832 mandates the committee on liaison to within 20 days compile such reports and submit to the county assembly. This report, Mr. Speaker, is therefore an analysis and presentation of the general performance of committees during the period between 11th February 2025 to June 30th, 2025, and finally presented in fulfillment of the requirement of orders number 1831 and 2 of the County Assembly Standing Orders. Mr. Speaker, in coming up with this report, the committee examined the reports as submitted to the House Business Committee for tabling and presentation on the floor of the House. And the following were the findings of the committee. That number one, we looked at the workload. A total of 16 papers were submitted to the county assembly and assigned to various committees in line with their mandate, as shown in table 2. Number 2, motions. The period under review recorded four members sponsored motions, a total of 6 motions, procedural motions, and 5 adjournment motions. No single individual member motion. I repeat, Honorable Speaker, that the period under review recorded 2 different types of motions. Member-sponsored motions were 6, procedural motions, 6 procedural motions, and 5 adjournment motions. Public petitions, no petition was received during the period under review. However, 1 was reported from the previous period. Policies, no policy was received during this period. However, 1 was reported from the previous period. Statements, a total of 14 statements were requested during the period under review. 9 of these remained pending before various committees. Bills and legislations. 1 bill was introduced to the county assembly and its considerations completed. 1 bill was also considered from the previous period. Committee reports. During the period under review, a total of 32 reports were tabled by various committees. And as I said earlier, Mr. Speaker, we've shared them as shown in table 9. PICPAC tabled a total of 17 reports. Medical Services, Public Health and Sanitation, 1 report. Budget and Appropriation, 2 reports. Finance and ICT, 1 report. Appointments Committee, 1 report. Committee on Implementation, 2 reports. Infrastructure, Energy and Public Works, 1 report. Lands Physical Planning and Urban Development, 1 report. Education, Technical Training, Innovation and Social Services, 1 report. Administration of Law, Justice, Constitutional Affairs, Good Governance and Security, 1 report. Sports, Culture, Gender and Youth Affairs, 1 report. Water, Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change did not table any report. Agriculture, Fisheries, Livestock Development and Irrigation presented 1 report. Labor and Social Welfare, 2 reports. Liaison, 1. Selection, 1. Trade, Tourism, Industry and Marketing, 0. Delegated County Legislations, 0. Procedure and Rules, 0. Powers and Privileges, 0. Ward Development, 0. Welfare and Equal Opportunities, 0. House Business, 0. Committee performance in terms of reports tabled in the 3rd Assembly. A total of 185 reports have been so far tabled by the committees in the 3rd Assembly. That is beginning 2022 to 30th June 2025. And the distribution, Mr. Speaker, is shown in table 9. That is from the inception of the 3rd Assembly to date, PICPAC has presented 43 reports. Medical Services has so far presented 21 reports. Budget and Appropriation Committee, 18 reports. Finance and ICT, 12 reports. Committee on Appointments, 11 reports. Implementation, 12 reports. Infrastructure, Energy and Public Works, 9 reports. Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development, 11 reports. Education, Technical Training, Innovation and Social Services, 10. Administration of Law, Justice, Constitutional Affairs and Good Governance and Security, 9 reports. Sports, Culture, Gender and Youth Affairs, 8. Water, Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change, 7. Agriculture, Fisheries, Livestock Development and Irrigation, 8. Labor and Social Welfare, 9. Liaison, 6. Selection, 7. Trade, Tourism, Industry and Marketing, 6. Delegated County Legislations, 4. Procedure and Rules, 3. powers and privileges 2, welfare and equal opportunities 2, ward development 3, house business 3. And looking at the comparative analysis of the legislative performance of the third assembly, the overall performance between financial year 2022-2023, 2023-2024, and thus far 2024-2025, it is important to note that financial year 2024-2025 is highlighted as it is continuing. Mr. Speaker, we are still continuing because this is our half-yearly report. So 2022-2023, this assembly saw 39 papers, 35 statements, 11 motions, 5 bills, 5 petitions, 2 policies, 52 reports. Financial year 2023-2024, this House saw 50 papers, 24 statements, 12 motions, 8 bills, 5 petitions, 2 policies, and 78 reports. In total, Mr. Speaker, from 2022 to 2025 to date, the House has received 161 papers, 89 statements, 40 motions, 18 bills, 12 petitions, 5 policies, and 217 reports. And the committee observation, the committee noted that only member-sponsored motions were captured during the financial year 2024-2025, while the numbers indicated in other financial years included the procedural motions. It can be concluded, therefore, that the output, that is number of reports tabled, is in upward trajectory, considering the financial year is still in progress. Pending businesses. As at the end of the period under review, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, 84 businesses remained pending before various committees. And that is attached in table 14. And Mr. Speaker, due to the seriousness of that matter, Mr. Speaker, I seek that the members go with me to table 14. Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, sorry. Mr. Speaker, as of today, a number of businesses remain pending before committees, and I will start with Peak Park. Peak Park has a total of 42 pending businesses. And allow me go through them, Mr. Speaker. Number 1 is the report on consideration of the Auditor General report on Kisumu County Revenue Fund for the year ended 30th June 2022. Mr. Speaker, the report date issued was 24th May 2023. The timeline was 21 days, and the due date was 14th June 2023. The report remains pending. Mr. Speaker, there's also a report on consideration of the Auditor General's report on the examination and audit of Kisumu County Lakefront Development Corporation for the year ended 30th June 2024, issued on the 10th of August 2023. They were supposed to report back within 21 days. The due date was 31st August 2023. The report remains pending before that committee. The third one was report on the consideration of the Auditor General report on the examination and audit of Kisumu City for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on 10th August 2023. Timeline was 21 days. Due date was 31st August 2023. That report also remains pending. Mr. Speaker, I don't think I can go through all the 43 pending reports before pickback, but there are so many. The fourth one, Mr. Speaker, is the report on consideration of the Auditor General report on the Kisumu County Alcoholic Drinks Fund for the year ended 30th June 2021, issued on the 20th of March 2024. Timeline 21 days. Due date was 10th April 2024. The report remains pending. The fifth one was the report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General report on the Kisumu County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on the 20th of March 2024. Timeline 21 days. Due date 10th April 2024. It remains pending. Another one was the report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on Kisumu County Alcoholic Drinks Control Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on 20th March 2024. Timeline 21 days. Due date was 10th April 2024. It remains pending. Another one was the report of the examination of the report of Auditor General on the Kisumu County Emergency Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 16th of May 2024. Timeline was 21 days. Due date was 13th June 2024. It remains pending. Another one was the examination of the report of Auditor General on the County Government of Kisumu Receiver of Revenue statement for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 16th of May 2024. Timeline 21 days. Due date 13th June 2024 remains pending. Report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on the County Government of Kisumu Revenue Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 16th of May 2024. Timeline 21 days. Due date 13th June 2024 remains pending. A report on the examination of the Auditor General on the Gulf Water Services Company Limited for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 16th May 2024, timeline 21 days, due date 13th June 2024, remains pending. Report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on the Nyanas Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 16th of May 2024, timeline 21 days, due date 13th June 2024, remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the Kisumu County COVID-19 Emergency Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 16th of May 2024, timeline 21 days, due date 13th June 2024, remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the Kisumu Lakefront Development Corporation for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 4th of September 2024, timeline 21 days, due date was 25th October 2024, it remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on the Migosi Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on the 11th of September 2024, timeline 21 days, due date 2nd October 2024, remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on Migosi Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 11th of September 2024, given a timeline of 21 days, due date 2nd October 2024, remains pending. A report on the examination of the Auditor General on Chulaimbo County Hospital Level 4 For the year ended 30th June 2023. This one was issued on the 18th of September 2024, 21 days timeline. Due date was 9th October 2024. It remains pending. Mr. Speaker, there was also a report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on Muhoroni County Hospital Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 18th of September 2024. Timeline 21 days. Due date was 9th October 2024. It remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on Ahero Sub-County Hospital Level 4 for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 18th of September 2024. Due date 9th October 2024 remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on Nyakach Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 18th of September 2024, given a timeline of 21 days. Due date 9th October 2024 remains pending. A report on the examination of the Auditor General on Kisumu County Referral Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 18th of September 2024, timeline of 21 days. Due date 9th October 2024 remains pending. A report on the examination of the Auditor General on Kombewa County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 18th of September 2024, timeline 21 days. Due date 9th October 2024 remains pending. A report of examination of the Auditor General on Sondu County Hospital, Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on the 18th of September 2024. A timeline was 21 days. Due date was 9th of October 2024. It also remains pending. A report on the examination of the Auditor General report on Sondu Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023 was also issued on the 18th of September 2024, given a timeline of 21 days. Due date was 9th October 2024. It remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of the Auditor General on Nyangande Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on the 18th of September 2024, due date 9th October 2024 remains pending. A report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on Nyangande Sub-County Hospital, year Level 4, for the year ended 30th June 2023, also issued on the 18th of September 2024, given a timeline of 21 days, remains pending, with the due date being 9th October 2024. A report on the examination of the Auditor General on Masogo Sub-County Hospital, Level 4 Hospital, for the year ended 30th June 2022, also issued on the 18th of September 2024, timeline 21 days, due date 9th October 2024, remains pending. Report on the examination of the Auditor General on Masogo Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, also issued on the 18th of September 2024, timeline 21 days, remains pending, with the due date being 9th of October 2024. A report of examination of the Auditor General on Rabur Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on the 18th of September 2024. Due date 9th October 2024 remains pending. A report of the examination of Auditor General report on Rabur Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 18th of September 2024, due date 9th October 2024, remains pending. A report on the Auditor General of on Ober Kamoth Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022 also remains pending. Issued on the 18th of September 2024, given a timeline of 21 days, due date was 9th October 2024. Report on the examination of Auditor General of Ober Kamoth Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, also issued on the 18th of September 2024, due date 10th October 2024. Another one was the examination of the Auditor General report on the Miranga Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on the 18th of September, due date 9th October 2024, remains pending. Report on the examination of Auditor General report on Miranga Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on 18th of September 2024, due date 9th October 2024, remains pending. Examination report on the Auditor General on Nyahera Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on the 18th of September 2024, due date 9th October 2024, remains pending. Another report on Nyahera Sub-County Hospital, that is for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 18th September 2024, due date 9th October 2024, remains pending. Another one was the report of Auditor General on Ojola Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June, and another one for the year ended 30th June 2023. Both reports had a due date of 9th September 2024. They are both pending. Mr. Speaker, another one was the examination or the report on Nyangoma Sub-County Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022, issued on 18th September 2024, due date 9th October 2024, pending. A report on the examination of the General report on Nyangoma Sub-County Hospital, it's a level 4 for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on 18th September 2024, due date 9th October 2024, is pending. And they have 3 reports which are in progress. Number 1 is a report on the examination of report of Auditor General on Nyamarimba Sub-County Level 4 Hospital for the year ended 30th June 2022 and 30th June 2023. These were issued on the 20th of November 2024. Due date 21 days. Due date was 11th of December 2024. I don't know why they are saying it's in progress, Mr. Speaker, but they were given a timeline of 21 days. Another one was Auditor General report on urban project advance account, CKE 1035.01.G for the year ended 30th June 2023. This one was issued on 20th of November 2024, given a timeline of 21 days. Due date was 11th of December 2024. Still pending. A report on the examination of the report of Auditor General on Kisumu Urban Project Expenditure Fund, that is CKE 1035.01.G for the year ended 30th June 2023, issued on the 20th of November 2024, given a timeline of 21 days. Due date was 11th of December 2024. It's still pending. Another committee which has businesses pending before it is the medical services, public health and sanitation. The reports pending before them is the report of the status of Kochieng Dispensary. Mr. Speaker, Kochieng Dispensary. Our report did not capture the date of issue. Another one was lands, housing, physical planning, and urban development, chaired by the Honorable Boyton Ratib. Health Committee is chaired by Honorable Vincent Jagongo. So under the committee chaired by Boyton, we have a report on the matter of recent demolitions within the city and allocations of county premises to business operators. A statement that was sought by Honorable Nere Okombo. This one was issued on the 8th of May, 2024. The timeline was 14 days. Due date was 22nd of May, 2024. The report remains pending. Another one was the report on the matter of allocations of parcels of land. That is Kisumu stroke municipality block 1143 to EACC. Issued on the 4th of September 2024, given a timeline of 21 days. Due date was 25th of September 2024. It remains pending. Another one was the report on the consideration of the request to sublease land to Med Editors. For establishment of pharmaceutical manufacturing plants in Kisumu and support for its conversion to a special economic zone. Issued on 14th of December 2024, given 21 days timeline. Due date was 25th December 2024. Another one was Labor and Social Welfare Committee, chaired by Honorable Zakaria Okoyo. Before the committee chaired by Zakaria, we have the report on the allegations of irregular recruitment of staff at JTRH, issued on the 1st of March 2023, given a due date of 15th of March 2023, with a timeline of 14 days. This one is marked long overdue and I think overtaken by events, given the fact that JTRH is no longer within the jurisdiction of Kisumu County government. Another one was the report on the recent recruitment of revenue and enforcement officers by the Kisumu County Public Service Board. It was issued on the 7th of March 2024, given a timeline 14 days. Due date was 21st of March 2024. It is still pending. The report on the petition on consideration of Kisumu County Universal Health Coverage, UHC, interns and considerations. This one had a due date of 25th September 2024, it's still pending. A report on the matter of non-compliance with the Section 80 of the Public Service Commission Act 2017 and Regulations 71 on the Public Service Commission's Regulations 2020 by the County Public Service Board on the mandatory retirement age provisions. Issued on 11th of September 2024, given a timeline of 14 days, due date was 25th September 2024, the report remains pending. The 5th committee is education, chaired by Honorable Seth Okumu. They have one report pending before them. That's the report on the matter of stalled early childhood development ECD projects within our Onjiko ward, issued on the 28th November 2024, given a timeline of 14 days. Due date was 12th December 2024. It remains pending. Another one was the Committee of Finance and ICT, chaired by Honorable Karen Ajwang. The report on the consideration of the annual report and financial statements of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Mr. Speaker, I think this one was tabled yesterday. Under the Committee of Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development. No, sorry. Hey. Under sports, culture, gender and youth affairs, under sports, culture, gender and youth affairs by Honorable Nancy Matara, we have a report on the matter of the expenditure for the Fiestac event, which was issued on the 15th of October 2024, given a timeline of 14 days. Due date was 29th October 2024, and this one is long overdue. Committee on Water, Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change, chaired by Honorable Samuel Dede, has a report on the Kisumu County Quarrying Bill. Mr. Speaker, this one was expended. Under Infrastructure, Energy and Public Works by Honorable Ruben Rakwach, the report on the matter of ongoing issue of non-functional streetlights and floodlights in Ahero Ward and the county as a whole, issued on the 7th of November 2024, given a timeline of 14 days. Due date was 21st November 2024. JILAC has the report on the matter of loss of life and injuries caused by quarrying and steel mining in Awasio Njiko. Done. This one done. Mr. Speaker, I think by the time this was being compiled, a number of these reports, some of these reports had been processed. Committee on Appointments has a report on the suitability of new board members to the Kisumu County Investment and Corporation, issued on 21st February 2024, and due date was 21st of March 2024. It's pending. Agriculture has a report on the schedule of use of plowing tractors purchased by the county government, issued on the 13th of November 2024, and due date was 27th of November 2024. It remains pending. Procedure and Rules, chaired by Honorable Pamela Oyo, has a report on the amendments to the standing orders, issued on the 12th of March 2024, given a timeline of 21 days. Due date was April 2nd, 2024. This one is long overdue. So, honorable members and Mr. Speaker, you will find that there are a number of pending works that remains pending before committees. And the committee, Mr. Speaker, therefore recommends that to sustain and further encourage the improvement on member-sponsored motions and bills, the County Assembly should create a platform for members to receive support and guidance on drafting and presentation. Additionally, establishing a mentorship program where experienced members can guide new members on procedural matters, which could also be beneficial. Number two, the committee recommends that to maintain the reporting momentum, committees should adopt a more systematic approach to report preparation and presentation, including setting clear guidelines and ensuring thorough reviews before submission. Three, that to reduce the pending businesses, the County Assembly should implement a backlog reduction strategy, which could involve prioritizing and fast-tracking high-impact items and or redistributing workloads among committees. Mr. Speaker, the committee wishes to thank the Office of the Speaker and the Clerk of the County Assembly for the support accorded to it towards fulfillment of this mandate. It also recognizes and appreciates the commitment and valuable contribution that its honorable members exercise during the sittings to deliberate on various elements of this report, not forgetting its secretariat for the exemplary performance in providing the needed technical support. Honorable Speaker, It's finally an honor to move on behalf of the liaison committee members that this House adopts this report of the liaison committee on consideration of half-yearly progress reports of committees for the period ended 30th June 2025. And I want to ask the Honorable Moses Ochele, as a member of the committee, to second.
Yes, Moses Odhiambo. What is it, Honorable Moses Odhiambo?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wanted to address you as Madam Speaker, because I heard it from the Deputy Speaker that the chair was occupied by a madam. But now seeing your beards, it convinces me that you are a man. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to second the report as moved by my chair, Larson. And Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, it is in order to appreciate the committee for doing a good summary on the entire working period. And Mr. Speaker, I think it would have been in order to highlight certain areas which are contained in the report as pending works. But in real sense, they've been dispensed with. I think the chair has highlighted on the same. I would like just to make a rider on the recommendations that we cannot assume that we are riding at the same par. There are members who are here for the first time and they are chairs. And a number of times, Mr. Speaker, they assume to be knowing and they fail to consult a number of times. And that has resulted into delayed reporting. So this house, we are one, and it is not a crime, it is not criminal to consult on areas that we believe we are gray in. A number of times, Chair, you remember, I consult you for having been a chair of JLAC. When there's a matter which is weighty, despite the fact that you are not a member, I do consult you. But all the same, I'm more senior than you, but I consult. So I'm just praying that we embrace the spirit of consultation so that we reduce on the backlog. Another issue that I think is a serious concern is on pick and pack. Pick and pack is the most hardworking committee. And Mr. Speaker, going by the number of reports they are expected to produce within the same timeline, Mr. Speaker, it is not humanly possible. So I think the lesson should formulate a way of helping the committee of pick pack, either ensuring that 2 sittings run concurrently, dividing the membership into by half, and ultimately inform the chair if indeed he was not chairing the other faction on the progress, so that at any sitting of pick pack, they handle 2 reports. Otherwise, at this pace, I think the red tape is on them, but not their making. It is just difficult to all of the many reports. And going by the proposal by the Auditor General, they'll be coming down even to smaller institutions. That means the workload on this committee will continue growing. So I beseech Chair and the team to see a way of helping the committee. Finally, Mr. Chair, there was an induction which was to be conducted for the chairs. I don't know what the chair for the committee thinks of it, but I believe the Speaker will advise when it is due, and most probably during this long recess, so that the chairs can get refreshed and get to know areas which they need to improve on. Otherwise, I second, and I wish all of us a nice long holiday, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. As we meet in February, I believe we'll meet as a rejuvenated team which is geared to work And the fatigue, which is evident in our faces, I believe will be washed away then. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I second.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. A motion has been moved by the Committee on Liaison on their consideration of the report of half-yearly progress reports of committees for the period ended 30th June 2025. The motion has been seconded by the Honorable Moses Ochele, and I propose that we open this motion for debate. Yes, Honorable Nyaoke.
Mr. Speaker, given the fact that the report which has just been read here is seriously very clear and has been understood by all the members, I therefore call the member to reply. Thank you.
Remember, we have just started debating, and you know the procedures of the House. And you see there's a honorable member who is standing to contribute. So we will decline your call and allow the Honorable James Umolo to proceed with this submission.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. I think he was not seeing me because I am used to sitting somewhere there. Mr. Speaker, I want to commend the Liaison Committee for compiling this report, and it is very elaborate. Mr. Speaker, it shows how we've been working for the past few months. And where needs adjustments, I think it is very clear that there are some committees which are overwhelmed. Mr. Speaker, a committee like Pig Park, I think the pending works is so much, and I would have loved that they continue to work beyond the normal time so that they can get even with the workload which is there. The Finance Committee, the Finance and ICT Committee also the same, and so that those pending works are reduced to a minimal number, really, which can be manageable. I think the chair is not really is not comfortable with that, but I think she can talk on us for herself. So, Mr. Speaker, that is my concern, that these pending works, as tabled in the table that was read, we need to have how we can reduce the workload. Mr. Speaker, my committee on implementation has a lot of works, but you see, it cannot be captured because the works are infinity in terms of the numbers that they have. The pending works are so unlimited that I would request that these are the committees which we should find a formula on how they can reduce these pending works, and working beyond the normal times would do, so that by the time we are finishing this session somewhere next year, we have reduced the pending workload to the minimum, because we are here to legislate and to work for the public. So it only takes time for that, for us to really execute our mandate. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, the honorable member for Kaloleni Shaurimoyo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I want to commend the Liaison Committee for a job well done. However, Honorable Speaker, when a report is committed to a committee and then 21 days is given to that committee to work on it, then report back. 21 days working, yani talking from experience, 21 days is not enough. I want to give you an example of a report which was committed to our committee yesterday. And then this week, we didn't see it, which means we didn't work on it. And remember, there are also some other pending reports. Then, let's say we are not going to recess. Then next week, you see it. You deal with that report. You raise issues. And then you raise your concerns to the relevant department. Let's say after 1 week, they don't respond. You do a reminder. They don't respond. You do a second reminder. You get up 21 days is over, and then you are not ready with the report. So it will mean that all the reports that will be coming to this honorable house, more so the ones that are committed to finance and ICT and PICPAC, will be pending. That's my concern, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable members, we are debating on a motion on a report by the Committee on Liaison on their consideration of half-yearly progress reports of the committees for the period ended 30th June 2025.
Mr. Speaker, sir, getting the mood of the House, I would wish to call the mover to reply. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Nerea Okombo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to thank the honorable members for their positive consideration of this report. And Mr. Speaker, just allow me to say that this report captures the period ending 30th June 2025. So by the time this report was being captured, some of the reports that are here were still pending, because July onwards forms a report, the next report. So, Mr. Speaker, you will notice, honorable members, that some reports like Medaditas, like the EACC report, the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, there's one by JILAC, a few of those reports were considered after the period under review. I want to encourage members. It's encouraging that a number of committees have so far expanded with the many pending works that were pending before them. We have PICPAC, which when you look at our report, has so far tabled the highest number of reports, being 17 during this period under review. But they are also the committee that has the highest number of pending works. But Mr. Speaker, you will realize that the workload before PICPAC is a little too big. Out of the 43 pending works before PICPAC, 23 were issued on the same date. That is on the 18th of September 2024, given the same time frame, and expected to be delivered, Mr. Speaker, by 9th of October 2024. So you get 14 reports, and you're expected to work on them all within 21 days and submit them Mr. Speaker, I think this one was too much of a call on the committee, which has actually tried. And Mr. Speaker, I know you are a member. I know Honorable Karen is raising a concern that 21 days is too little for some reports. It may be so, considering the magnitude of the work expected, but you realize, Honorable Speaker, that the timeline is usually issued by the chair, the sitting chair of the day, in line with the standing orders. But we are always allowed, honorable members, to give status reports. You are allowed to come back here and say, look, we were given 21 days, but this report is too big. We request for more days to work on it. So we encourage committees to always consider giving progress reports where the workload seems to be too big to be concluded within the specified time frame. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, mine is to thank all the chairs and urge them to always do their work as per the mandates of their committees. Honorable Karen also raised a concern that they did not get time to sit, and that's why they were not unable to conclude some of the works. Mr. Speaker, I'm privileged to sit in the House Business Committee. And Mr. Speaker, allow me to remind the Honorable House that all sectoral committees and budgets are allocated 2 sittings per week. All select committees are usually allocated a sitting per week. So there is no committee that the House Business excludes every week when it considers its schedule. So I just want to ask the honorable chairs to encourage their members to be attending the committee sittings, because lack of sittings promotes pending businesses. But the House Business has done a good job, and I know we also appreciate that all committees are given an adequate time to sit and consider businesses before them. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I reply.
Thank you, members. A motion has been moved, seconded, debated by honorable members on adoption of the report of liaison committee on consideration of half-yearly reports of committees for the period ended 30th June 2025. And now it's time for me to put a question that as many as of the opinion that we adopt the report of this motion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. Thank you, members. The ayes have it, and the motion on adoption of the report of the liaison committee on consideration of half-yearly progress reports for committees for the period ended 30th June 2025 has been adopted today, the 4th of December 2024 at 15:32 hours. Honorable members, I want to direct that the recommendation of this report reaches the chairs of the different committee for further action. Next order, Mr. Clerk.
Order number 9, motion that the House adopts the report of Finance and ICT Committee on the review and interrogation of the annual financial statements of Kisumu County Receiver of Revenue for the period ended 30th June 2025 by the Honorable Karen Odhiambo.
The Honorable Karen Odhiambo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I rise to move a motion on the review and examination of the Receiver of Revenue annual financial statements for the period ended June 2025. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, Pursuant to Section 165(4) of the Public Finance Management Act 2012, the County Revenue Board is obligated to prepare and submit the receiver of revenue annual financial statements for the county government to the County Assembly not later than 3 months after the end of each financial year. In adherence to this legal framework, the Chief Executive Officer for the County Revenue Board submitted the receiver of revenue annual financial statement for the county government for the financial year 2024-2025 to the County Assembly for consideration. Accordingly, the report was duly tabled on the floor of the House on 10th September 2025 and committed to the Sectoral Committee on Finance and ICT for scrutiny in line with Standing Order number 193.5 and the second schedule. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, this report presents the county on source revenue performance covering the period 1st July 2024 to 30th June 2025, as well as giving comparative achievements with previous financial year where applicable. During the financial year 2024-2025, the Kisumu County Revenue Board projected to collect Kenya shillings 3.8 billion as part of the county revenue, as part of the county resource envelope. Out of this target, the board managed to collect 2.4 billion, comprising of structured streams at Kenya shillings 551 million 30,380, and structured stream at Kenya shillings 226 million 12,952. FIF at Kenya shillings 1 billion 659 million 671,563, and liquor collections at Kenya shillings 26 million 313,051. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable members, we have conducted a comprehensive examination on these annual financial statements, made key observations and findings, and provided recommendations for consideration and adoption. Honorable Speaker, I take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to your office and the Office of the Clerk for the logistical support provided throughout the committee's work. I also extend gratitude to all committee members for their commitment and invaluable contribution during our engagements, the County Revenue Board for honoring our letters and timely responses, and the Office of the Fiscal Analyst and the technical staff for their diligent work in interpreting and synthesizing the financial information, offering deeper insights into the statements. Additionally, I acknowledge the Secretariat for their meticulous coordination and production of this comprehensive report. It is now my distinct privilege and honor to present the report of the committee on the consideration of the receiver of revenue annual financial statements for the period ended 30 June 2025 for careful consideration and approval. The Finance and ICT Committee received the receiver of revenue annual report and financial statement for the year ended 30th June 2025 alongside management's written responses. The county had projected on-source revenue of Kenya shillings 3.8 for the financial year 2024-2025 against actual collection of Kenya shillings 2,463,027,946, recording 65% performance and reflecting a shortfall of 35%. Performance was notably supported by hospital fees, while most other revenue streams underperformed relative to budgetary projection. Key compliance issues were identified on receivables recognition, that is IPSAPS 9 and IPSAPS 23. Reconciliation variance on FIF and insufficient supporting document for the reported cash and cash equivalents. Honorable members, if you check the main report on page 7 and 8, you'll get the analysis of budget versus actual by revenue stream. So if you go to sales, you find that what was projected was 27,361,214. But actually what was collected was 27,139,013. So this was slightly underperformance because they managed to collect 99.19%. And as a committee, we recommend that they improve on structural adjustments. We have land rates, which was projected on 581 million. And they managed to collect 128,241,063. This was equivalent to 21%, and which means they underperformed. Then we go to single business permits. They projected 564,951,097, while they managed to collect only 238,540,672. That was 42%. They also underperformed. We go to property rent. They projected 63,844,894, while they only collected 6,183,882, and that is equivalent to 9%. They also underperformed here. When it comes to parking fees, they projected 612,751,150. And here they didn't even manage to reach even 500,000. They only collected 113,548,551. And this comes to 18%. They also underperformed here. Market fees, they projected 355 million, while they only collected 56,411,988. This is equivalent to 15%. They also underperformed. Advertising, they projected 400 million, while they only managed to collect 145,424,763. And this was only 36%. They also underperformed here. When it comes to hospital fees, they projected 926,122. While here they overperformed because they managed to collect 1,650,254,178. And this is equivalent to 178%, which means they overperformed. When it comes to public health fees, they projected 6 million and they collected 9,417,338. Here also they overperformed with a percentage of 156, and we congratulate them. Physical planning and development, they projected 163,944,340, while they only managed to collect 32,639,999. This is 19%. They underperformed. Higher of county facilities, they projected 8,720,600, while they only collected 3,322,064. That is 38%. They underperformed. Conservancy administration, here they projected 2,500,000, and they managed to collect 701,940. They extremely performed, they overperformed with 668%. And we thank them for doing a good job. When it comes to administration control fees, they budgeted 40 million and they only collected 28,468,101. And this was under performance of 71%. Park fees, they projected 2 million, but they managed to collect 4,051,350. They overperformed, and this is equivalent to 202%. Other fines, penalties, and forfeitures, they projected 20 million, while they only collected 222,722. They underperformed. When it comes to miscellaneous receipts, they projected 30,100,000, and they did not even collect even $500,000. They only managed 156,600, and this was 0.5%. They underperformed. Honorable members, when it comes to our observations, findings, and recommendations as a committee, we said that following a comprehensive review and interrogation of the quarterly financial statement, the committee identified and flagged several critical issues which were subsequently forwarded to the county treasury for response and clarification. Additionally, the county treasurer appeared before the committee to elaborate on their responses. And we have a table here. You can refer to the main report. The metrics are here. And concerning the FIF variance and clarification, what we raised was this. There was total amount of 9,417,385,000 was noted between FIF collections in management discussions and hospital fees reported in the financial statement. And this one is in part 7 on page 1. And this is how the management responded. They clarified that FIF includes both hospital and public health collections. The variance relates to public health fees, which is 9,417,385, and the issue was resolved. Under receivables recognition, that is IPSAPs 9 and 23. There was a total amount of 670,422,531, which were not broken down by facility and not recognized by IPSAPs 9. Here, they responded by giving a detailed schedule, and this one you can check under Annex 4, and finally the matter was resolved. Under cash and cash equivalents existence disclosures, we also add certain amount in KCB account, which was Kenya shillings 3,985,349. This one, for us to be sure, we wanted them to bring a satisfied bank statement and certificates of balances to justify the figure, which of course they did, and the matter was resolved. So, honorable members and Mr. Speaker, sir, this is our recommendations as a committee. Number 1, that the County Revenue Board must strive and provide accurate, realistic, and evidence-based revenue projections aligned to historical performance trends and prevailing economic conditions. 2, the County Revenue Board to prepare and submit to the County Assembly within 1 month of adoption of this report a comprehensive and up-to-date register of all county rental properties indicating the location, occupancy status, monthly rent per unit, and outstanding arrears. 3, that the CCM for Finance and Economic Planning and ICT to strengthen enforcement mechanisms for revenue collection, including rental properties, by putting in place clear sanctions for non-compliance and imposing appropriate charges and penalties against persistent revenue defaulters. Number 4, that the County Revenue Board to develop and submit to the County Assembly within 1 month of adoption of this report, revenue stream-specific remedial action plans detailing timelines, enforcement strategies, revenue assurance controls, measures for sealing leakages. Number 6, that the County Revenue Board to enhance officer level accountability by implementing enforceable performance contracts, instituting mandatory staff rotation in high-risk revenue streams, and taking administrative or disciplinary action against officers found culpable of revenue pilferage, negligence, or misconduct. Honorable Speaker, I hereby urge the honorable members to adopt this report with the recommendations contained herein. May I call upon Honorable Benson Adega to second. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Adega. Thank you, honorable members. A motion has been moved by the Committee on Finance on adoption of the report of Finance and ICT Committee on the review and interrogation of the annual financial statements of Kisumu County Receiver of Revenue for the period ended 30th June 2025. Now I propose that we open the motion for debate. Honorable Combo.
Mr. Speaker, there are a number of this report, a section of it complementing other departments for overperformance, some underperformance. And we know, Mr. Speaker, that collection of revenue translates directly to the implementation of the budget. Mr. Speaker, each year we approve ADPs. The other year we approved the ADP that is now the current budget. Mr. Speaker, 2 quarters are done. And my attention has been drawn to page is it page 99? My attention has been brought to page 99 of this report, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, you look at that page, the section dealing with the projects which are the direct benefits that the residents of this county get from all our legislations and representations, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it makes no sense for us to debate on motions, pass policies, approve reports, when all these, Mr. Speaker, do not translate to development on the ground. Mr. Speaker, allow me use Manyata B as an example. And I see a number of projects here listed as either completed and not done, incomplete. And Mr. Speaker, the not done and the incompletes formed part of what we call the rollover projects, which, Mr. Speaker, we appropriated for. 2 quarters left to go. Mr. Speaker, the county government of Kisumu is still dilly-dallying on procuring these very projects. Mr. Speaker, we are going on a long recess beginning today. Our report back date will be the 10th of February 2026. Considering that this is almost the last implementation year, because, Mr. Speaker, looking at the House and the number of the legislators in this House today, maybe come next year, even this number will reduce. This, honorable members, gives us the only year or the only period to implement projects, to push the executive to implement what this House approved. Mr. Speaker, it took a whole quarter and a half for the executive to prepare a procurement plan. Now the procurement plan has been done, and they are reluctant to procure those projects. Mr. Speaker, we are coming back here in April. I know Dora and Kara gave more allocations to the county. The executive is yet to advise on whether we are going for a supplementary budget to allow the full implementation of the budget or not. Mr. Speaker, as I go on long recess, I go a very sad legislator, because this government, given the fact that the Honorable Governor is retiring, constitutionally is going home, everybody around the governor is reluctant to implement the budget. This MCA sitting here, maybe if we leave out the nominated ones, the elected leaders are suffering, Mr. Speaker. There's a lot to be done. The budget has been passed. The procurement plan is done. But the executive have refused to procure these projects. When are they going to be procured? Come next year, April, they'll say that projects that have not been procured cannot now be procured, Mr. Speaker. I think I want to urge the honorable members, if we still have the interest of the Kisumu County at heart, then we need to come out and face the executive head on. I'm told a number of those, the senior CC members are planning to go for elective positions. Is it because they've muscled enough to leave the damage behind and leave the responsibility and burden on the elected MCAs? Mr. Speaker, I don't want to be part of a team that passes reports, we forward to the executive, and they do nothing and nothing happens. We had a meeting, the leadership meeting with the governor the other day. We had resolutions, no commitment. Mr. Speaker, it's very sad that the officers that surround the governor, or that the governor has entrusted with the role of ensuring service delivery to Kisumu, have decided to bring down this house. And Mr. Speaker, that makes me so sad. And I contribute, Mr. Speaker.
Seth Okumu.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Allow me to also add my voice to the motion before the floor. Honorable Speaker, this is where the rubber meets the road. And in my opinion, this is the discussion that should have all members if we are really interested in development of this county and having a realistic budget. Honorable Speaker, we are discussing receiver of revenue reports that tells you how we have performed in terms of collection of what we intend to get as on-source revenue. Honorable Speaker, going by the submission of the chair of the Committee on Finance, so many revenue streams have underperformed against the target. It is clear that if they underperformed, it is highly likely that is what we expect to get in the current financial year. Sometimes when I see members shout of how much needs to go to the ward, without considering how much we are getting to take to the wards, then I see the fight is in vain. We must know how much revenue we get, and this is provided for in the report we are having a discussion about today, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was looking at that report, and Mr. Speaker, you'll agree with me that most revenue streams are performing below 20%. Honorable Speaker, if I was to get the report very, very fast, I'll read some of it. Honorable Speaker, for example, the land rates that we were projecting to get 581 million, we only managed to get 128. And that was a performance of 22.07. If you go to property rent that we had expected to get 63 million, we only got 6 million, which was close to 9.7%. Honorable Speaker, if you go to market fees, which we had estimated to get 355 million, we only got 56, which is 15%. On advertising, which we had expected to get 400 million, we only got 145. Mr. Speaker, we must be alive to the fact that once those revenue streams go down, our implementations of projects must also go down, because it will be unfair, just because we had it in the budget, to tell people to commit their funds to projects when you are not sure or you are not certain that you are going to get money to pay them. Honorable Speaker, we must find out, and it's clear that most of our staff who are collecting revenue are stealing. There's a lot of pilferage that has to be addressed. If we can't talk about that and force departments to implement projects, then we are not true to ourselves. Honorable Speaker, revenue collection is an item that this House should devote all their energy towards, so that if you list a project to be done in any of the wards, you are sure there's going to be money to do it. So many people mistake budgets for money. And I usually explain that budgets are just plan on how to spend money, only if you get it. If you don't get it, it just remains a plan and on paper. But when we have the money, it is easy to push for implementations of budget. But with such reports, if we are still pushing for implementation of projects, then sometimes I think something is not right somewhere. So, honorable members, let's find out why our revenue streams are underperforming and let's seal the gap. Let's talk about the stealing that is happening with revenues. Let's tell our people that when they steal, we can't get good roads. We can't get water to those old mothers. We can't get drugs to the hospitals. We can't get the street lights working. We can't do most of the things they expect to get when they leave those offices and they go back home. The stealing needs to be stopped so that we have revenue for implementations of projects. Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, may I seek for clearer information?
From who?
From the honorable member on the floor.
What is it?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the honorable member on the floor is confirming to this House that indeed revenue is collected in Kisumu County, but it goes to specific project pockets or individual pockets. So if we are going to, and he talks of revenue collectors, Mr. Speaker, I'm your deputy today. Will I steal without your knowledge? Can I steal without your knowledge? Is it even possible? Can you tell us who are these who are stealing? But could there be a godfather or a permission from above that allows them to steal? And who is this person? Thank you.
Yes, you can steal without the knowledge of the speaker, even though you are her deputy. That has happened in this county. And I want to confirm to you because you want a more clearer clarification. And I think outside the camera, I will explain to you what I mean when I say you can steal without the speaker knowing, and yet you are her deputy. Honourable members, I don't know why Kenyans are scared about talking about corruption and stealing that is happening in our county and how it's affecting us. And we've been made to believe that all the stealings must be sanctioned by the person who is bigger in that system. I don't believe so. I have seen people back in the village move with drugs from dispensaries to their personal clinics. I don't think that is sanctioned by the governor. I don't think MCS sanctioned that. I don't think the CC Health sanctions that. But because people cannot relate, the taking of the simple drugs, for example, malaria drugs, from the hospital to their clinics where they make money. Because we can't talk about it, because we can't help them relate, they don't see how they're affecting service delivery in this county. If you go to the market today in the evening, there are people who will get receipts for the monies they pay. There are others who will give half. If you go to this parking in town, they will tell you, give me 50 bob, and then I don't give you because you are only here for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Just give me 50 bob, go to the ATM, get your money, and go. People don't know that all these monies is what we collect, it's what we are using to implement those very many projects that their sisters and brothers and grannies and mothers need back at home. Those are the things they're going to see when they go back to Seme, when they go back to Manyata. When they're crossing Nerea Bridge, they don't know those small monies that they're collecting is what is making Nerea Bridge in Manyata. We need to tell them so that they know. Every time they steal, they shouldn't expect anything when they go back home. But when they know they are stealing and they can't correlate, then they think it's fun. They think it's fun to accumulate at the expense of the community. I don't believe the stealing that is happening has been sanctioned by anyone. But it's because our people do not have proper knowledge on the relationship between the money we collect and the developments that we get. So, honorable members, we must talk about the revenue that we get. If we really mean well.
Mr. Speaker, allow me to inform the House on something. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to completely agree with my honorable member on the floor.
What is the information?
The information here is, Honorable Speaker, sometimes back, this county saw what looked like an aviator that we see in the social media. Mr. Speaker, this saw the resignation of the chair of the Revenue Board. An investigation was being done. Mr. Speaker, I expected that these formed the pending reports before the Committee of Finance. Mr. Speaker, when I looked at the pending works, it is not there. Mr. Speaker, it is very evident that the person in charge of revenue is the CEC Finance. All these dramas could not be happening without him knowing what is happening. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge that this House looks for that report and bring it. That is the information I wanted to bring, Mr. Speaker, that it is not the small man down here that we want to accuse. But, Mr. Speaker, this saw the whole chair of the board resigning. And that board, Mr. Speaker, was even recalled. So, Mr. Speaker, who is cheating who on matters revenue collection and loss of revenue in Kisumu County? Are you fighting your way back to debate? I'm not, Mr.
Once
Speaker.
you give the information, you
I'm just giving information.
So your point is home.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Okay. What is it, Honorable Jauke?
Mr. Speaker, I thought he had finished.
Honorable Seth, you need to conclude.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker had me a little bit more time because you see I've been interrupted severally by the Deputy Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I speak about this in public, in private, in meetings, and now in the floor of this House. Honorable Speaker, I know members of this House who are living in county houses. And the reports that is brought before us is that some of them do not pay the rent. If a member of this House cannot pay rent, then who do we expect to pay rent? Where do we expect to get the money? Honorable Speaker, that's why, honorable members are never keen. And when I see Honorable Nerea talking, and these reports were brought when she was there, and sometimes I wonder if we take keen interest on what we want to do. The report I'm talking about was brought in your presence. Yesterday we were passing the finance bill here. And you could attest with the presence of members that we are not keen to raise revenue. If we are not keen to raise revenue, we cannot be keen to have development. Because those two things are interdependent. Anybody talking about development must talk about revenue. Houses here in Kisumu go for hundreds of thousands. We have decided to give the whole fire station at 75,000 in the finance bill. Are we really interested in the revenue? And don't you see how we are contributing to the shortfalls that we are having in this county? Honorable Speaker, members must rise up. It's not time to have blame game. It's time for each and every one of us to take responsibility. Because I believe the commitment we have to development is unquestionable. But the commitment for raising revenue is one thing. Those two must match if we mean well for this county. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I support.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, much has been said, and I want to refer to the executive summary of this report, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the report is, as I can see, it is very clear when an on-source revenue projection being at 3.8 and some things on top, but the actual collection is 2.4. That is overall performance of 64.68%. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Member, Honorable Seth, referred to specifically property rent and even the land rates where performance was at 22.07. Mr. Speaker, some of these things that, if you look at the land rates, says single business permits, property rent, parking fees. Mr. Speaker, these are some of the things that if we have them on record, we can appropriately budget on something nearer to what we already have. Like the parking spaces in Kisumu city or around here. Mr. Speaker, there are some specific things, infrastructure, that we can put on record and know exactly how many parking, maybe minus 5 or plus 5 difference, Mr. Speaker. But when you see that parking fees, we budget for 150 million, and then we only actually it's only 113 million, 113 million and some cents, Mr. Speaker, and that one brings a performance of 18.53%. Mr. Speaker, it therefore shows that even we don't even know why we are even putting that amount for budget there, Mr. Speaker. Ideally, we should be somewhere close to getting exact on what we are budgeting for. Mr. Speaker, you have seen even the remarks which has been given in this committee where there's a lot of underperformance. Mr. Speaker, I expected as you go down after notifying this House on those particular underperformances, if you go down to the summary of the recommendations that they have given, Mr. Speaker, they don't conform to this summary that they are given here. They are not specific on actions that are supposed to be taken. When we talk of only raising 113 instead of raising 612 in parking fees, Mr. Speaker, we should be able to know why that big variance. In fact, as part of this report, they should have explained that the reason for that big disparity is because of 1, 2, 3. And therefore, as much as I would support this report because we really want to look at it with further actions, but then the recommendations that has been given by this committee in view of this executive summary that they given to us does not match, Mr. Speaker. I therefore pray that further actions that are going to be taken in relations to this, Mr. Speaker, should be something tangible, and it should be known that we really want an improvement, particularly on revenue collection in this good country. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to support.
Honorable Lumumba Owade.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, much as I rise to support the report, I personally think that we also need to blame ourselves as members of this House who are supposed to be doing oversight. Mr. Speaker, when we vet the CECs, we vet them on the basis that they are going to perform, and there are certain parameters that are expected of them. That tells you that you have the power also to fire the CCM if it does not live to our expectation. Now that you are lamenting here and you know where the problem is, it is not with you, it is not with the thief there. And those thieves are not answerable to us. We need to call those officers here, the CCM, back and tell them, you have failed us on this and this ground, and therefore you are not fit to hold this office. That mandate we have it, and you are not using it. All that we are talking about here, if we know that certain officers are stealing, then the buck starts and stops with the boss. Because he is supposed to stop those pilferages, and the mere fact that they cannot do that, that in itself is a failure and deserves packing and going home. Mr. Speaker, I was so surprised, and I saw when we met the governor, I saw a governor that is being misled, being misinformed, being misadvised, and instead of taking action, he was even lamenting before us. He said how bitter he was when he was told how the money was stolen by the so-called service providers. For a governor to lament without action, what does that tell you? I expect that the governor would have told us, yes, he has known and is lamenting that money was stolen. But he must identify who stole the money, who misadvised him, who brought these service providers. That was never done. We are told the chairman resigned. What action has been taken? The board went. So for this house has not been told on what ground and what is being done. Someone has been appointed without the consent of this house to be the revenue CEC. In this county, there is the revenue CEC, the so-called Adundo, whoever he is, CEO. Yeah. The proper way would have been, we are told first what has been done to those who messed and why we are bringing this person and how is it that is going to make sure that those pilferages are not happening anymore. Now it is even worse. It is even worse, Mr. Speaker, when you hear the revenue collection of 1 month is about 1 million, 10 million per month, and we expect 3 billion. Now, which miracle is going to happen? To raise 3 billion. Mr. Speaker, I still urge this House that if you do not wake up and do your rightful duty to oversight, then be ready to join our electorates as electorates and not as leaders. The writing is all on the wall. It is just like Jesus said to the women of Galilee when they were crying, said, do not cry. Blame your own children and yourself. It is the same thing. These CCs are answerable to you. But because of handouts, funeral money, weekend money, they don't want to talk about, people talk about, we know. In this house, you have the immunity of mentioning anyone. You are free to say so and so is collecting money for so and so. But you don't want to say that. If you know money is being stolen, who is stealing? You know them. You don't want to mention. So, what are we going to do? Wake up, stand up, be counted, and face the reality. And the reality is to bring the CECs in charge to be accountable. If they don't want work, we have the right to send them home. If you are convinced, you're not going to put any allegation that is not real. If you are convinced that the back stops and starts with so and so, and the remaining 1 year or 1 year and a half, who can work and deliver. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Ann.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I call a remover to reply.
Honorable Karen.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the members who took their time to debate on this report. However, our Deputy Speaker, Honorable Mireo Kombo, was talking of a table where there were incomplete projects and the complete ones. I just think she was debating on a different report. Unfortunately, no any other member noticed to interject. I want to agree with the Honorable Seto Kumu. It is true that so many streams underperformed. A case of parking fees, where the board projected 612, 751, 150, but they collected 113,548,551. which was equivalent to 18%. Something should be done concerning that. He also said that if we are not serious about revenue collection, then we forget about development. It is true. If we don't collect enough revenue, then there's no way we are going to implement even the project we have budgeted for. Honorable Nyaoke proposed that the board should not overproject. And we also said that in our recommendation, they should be realistic with their projection. Honorable Lumumba said that disciplinary action should be taken against the members which are stealing the revenue, because it is known that the revenue is being collected, but it disappears in between. So I don't know where the aviator aeroplane takes it. We are yet to know. And if you check our recommendation number 5, it is here, Honorable Lumumba, and it says that the County Revenue Board to enhance officer level accountability by implementing enforceable performance contracts, instituting mandatory staff rotation in high-risk revenue streams, and taking administrative or disciplinary action against officers found capable of revenue pilferage, negligence, or misconduct. And so I reply, thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, now that the motion adoption of the report of the Finance and ICT Committee on the review and interrogation of the annual financial statement of the Kisumu County Receiver of Revenue for the year ended 30th June 2025 have been moved, seconded, and debated, I now want to put a question, and I put that as many of the opinion that the motion adoption of the report of the Finance and ICT Committee on the review and interrogation of the annual financial statement of Kisumu County Receiver of Revenue for the year ended 30th June 2025 be adopted, say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. And the motion adoption of the report of Finance and ICT Committee on the review and interrogation of the annual financial statement of the Kisumu County Receiver of Revenue for the period ended 30th June 2025 have been adopted today, Thursday, the 4th of December 2025 at 16:26 hours. I direct that the recommendation of the said report be communicated to the relevant departments for action. Next order.
Order number 10. Motion that this House do now adjourn its sittings for long recess until Tuesday, 10th February 2026 by the Honorable Leader of Majority.
Honorable Lumumba Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, acknowledging that pursuant to the provision of Standing Order number 26.3 relating to the calendar of assembly, and further, the resolution of the House made on Wednesday, 26 February 2025, the Assembly approved that the long recess shall commence on Friday, 5th December 2025 and end on Monday, 9th February 2026. Further, aware that the recess period is a critical component of the Assembly's annual calendar, providing honorable members with the necessary time to undertake expanded oversight, consultations, and public engagement within their respective wards and sub-counties. Recognizing that this period enables honorable members to interact closely with citizens, I identify emerging development priorities, assesses the implementation of ongoing projects, and gather feedback that directly informs the Assembly's legislative oversight and budget-making functions. Mr. Speaker, noting that the recess contributes significantly to the overall efficiency and effectiveness of the Assembly by allowing members sufficient time to prepare for the next session, develop legislative proposals, draft committee work plans, and strengthen institutional coordination. Affirming that the recess is beneficial not only to honorable members, but also to the people of Kisumu County, as it promotes transparency, accountability, and participatory governance through structured engagements outside the Assembly principles. Mr. Speaker, now therefore, pursuant to Standing Orders number 25-3, and in accordance with the approved calendar of the Assembly, this House prays that the County Assembly do now adjourn its sitting until Tuesday, 10th February 2026. And I now call upon the Deputy Speaker to second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to second the motion on the adjournment of this House for the long recess that begins today and ends on the 9th of February. That means we reconvene on 10th. Mr. Speaker, we go home with a lot of works pending before us. And I want to ask the chairs, the chair of different committees that have either work that are overdue or pending before them or in progress to take advantage of this opportunity, even as you look into other issues of Christmas and the New Year, to work on your reports, and when you come back from the recess, then you come back with your table clean to start over. Mr. Speaker, we are also going home with a lot of baggage as the representatives of the people. We've taken with keen interest at the report on the receiver of revenue, Mr. Speaker, and the projection that we have is that we are not even going to meet half of the projected revenue. And where does that leave us as the representative of the people? I know, Mr. Speaker, when a county government is put in place, two people are elected. That is the governor and the MCA. Some of us get to the House by a nomination. But, Mr. Speaker, the load weighs heavily on the elected representative, because most of the time the governor is not seen. And in many cases, when some good development is done, it's accredited to the governor. And when no work is done, then the MCA is shown how ineffective they are. And Mr. Speaker, there is a popular slogan that is trending, courtesy of my friend Nyamita, Honorable Nyamita, that they see you and the road is bad. Like the other day, you hear somebody say, Honorable Dede, bye. And you know, they leave the governor, not knowing that, Mr. Speaker, once this House approves the budget, the implementation lies with the executive. And we know we have a good governor who once elects his office of executive of CCs and chief officers, he gives them a free hand to deliver. Mr. Speaker, I know the other day we were in Meru, and the assembly broadcasting unit shared a video of the assembly passing through the parade. And I saw a number of comments. One of them was pointing at Honorable Adega. You see that one in front, that is our MCA for Kajulu. You would think he's done anything. That one is going home. Adega, bye. And they continued picking members from, that video and, making statements, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, even as we go home, honorable members, let us ensure that what we can do for the remainder of the year is done. I know we may not be able to implement the entire budget, but I still insist that we passed a budget here, and in that budget there were rollover projects. If we cannot implement new projects, Mr. Speaker, we can at least do half and do the rollover projects. And that, Mr. Speaker, will only do if we improve on the revenue collection. Mr. Speaker, I've been in several meetings where you've advised the executive, and especially the Department of Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development, to fast track the development of a new role. Because how do we collect rates without a role? And Mr. Speaker, we are going home without seeing that role being brought here. Mr. Speaker, very minor people are accused of stealing in the revenue. But a close discussion with those revenue collectors will tell you a lot of rot that I'm sure, Mr. Speaker, is condoned or permitted by the responsible person in that department. Mr. Speaker, a collector will honestly tell you that they go to a premise, give a receipt of 10,000 shillings, and actually they confirm receiving 10,000 shillings. But during reconciliations in the evening, Mr. Speaker, when they check their records, what they get is 1,000 out of 10,000. Where does the 9,000 goes? So, Mr. Speaker, it is evident, and that's why I was insisting that that report be brought here. The Aviator report that was being investigated, it is disappearing. And I want to insist, honorable members, that that report has to come here. Somebody has to bear the responsibility. There is no way that you will collect 100,000 shillings and give county 10,000 shillings. That out of every 10 shillings, you steal 9 shillings.
On a point of order, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
100%.
Speaker, on relevance. Honorable Speaker, the member is talking about revenue collection, and the motion at hand is adjournment. Honorable Speaker, on relevance, I just want to know if the matter she's discussing is relevant with the matter that we are discussing. Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I was almost asking you the same. The motion at hand is adjournment. We had a whole session discussing about finance and revenue collection. So please, can you be specific or be relevant to the motion at hand, which is adjournment of the County Assembly?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That was my point. That, Mr. Speaker, even as we go on recess, can we fast track those elements that will improve service delivery and also deliver to the electorate that gave us the mandate to sit here, and enhancing revenue collection to promote development projects execution is a key aspect of such actions, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, if Honorable Seth had listened carefully and understood my point, then I think he would have agreed with me that yes, we are going on recess, but there is a lot of work that we need to do. Mr. Speaker, we are going for the second last Christmas. And when we come back, we'll have one more Christmas to go. Just one more Christmas to go to the general elections. Those who want to come back may be lucky to come back. Others may not be lucky to come back. But what legacy are we leaving behind as the Third Assembly? Are we going into history as an assembly who sat back and let people steal county revenue and fail to implement development projects? Or are we going to use this 1 year that is remaining to redeem our legacy as the Third Assembly? The question is not to be answered by me, but I allow the House Honorable Speaker to digest and answer when we come back from the long recess. Otherwise, I second.
Honorable members, now that the motion adjournment of the County Assembly sittings for long recess until Tuesday, the 10th of February 2026 have been moved, seconded, I want to refer ourselves to the standing order number 26.3, which provides for the manner in which such motion is debated. So it shall be debated for not more than 3 hours, after which we will not put any question. So I want to propose that the motion is open for debate.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to support the motion that we adjourn this House for the long recess. Honorable Speaker, we've had a long calendar year in this House. So many things have happened. Motions have been discussed. We have passed finance bill. We have passed budget estimates. We have done bills. And I think it's time for members to go and rest. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the attendance of this House today, it tells you that members really need to rest. We are barely over a third of the House. And that shows you that members have done enough and it's time for them to go and rest. Home has been mentioned severally by the seconder of the motion. Most people here have the best homes. I've gone to Nyaoke's home, one of the best. If somebody tells you to go back to that home, I would be happy to go back to that home. I have seen Honorable Warindo's home, senior teacher, the best home, very lush and green. The honorable member from Nyakach, the beautiful lady next to Nyaoke, she has one of the best houses in the house. So nobody should be scared of going to those houses, whether they call them home, houses, wherever. Let's go back there and rest. And the use of bye should not scare anyone. Bye is just an English word. That's to wish you well wherever you are going. Do the same. But wherever you go, we wish everyone well. You know, Honorable Speaker, in this calendar year, we lost our party leader, the person who has shown us the way in politics in Kenya, the person who has helped bring devolution that is making us have this assembly. And I think members need to rest and reflect and come back afresh to see how we can carry forward with his legacy. Honorable Speaker, we have talked about many things that are affecting in this county. It's time for us to go back to our people and share with them the challenges we are having so that we have ways of addressing those issues in this House. And that can only be done when we are on recess. We are going home. We are going to have fun time with our people. We are going to reflect. We are going to get the ideas on how they want us to address their issues when it comes to legislation. We are going to represent them outside this House. So, Honorable Speaker, I agree that the long recess proceeds. Members, while we are away from this House, let's take good care of ourselves. Some of us who have been following the County Assembly's forum page, this calendar year we have lost so many MCAs, some in accidents, some out of sickness. I won't prefer that any of us here misses an opportunity to see next year out of sheer accidents that can be avoided. Let's take good care of ourselves. Let's not overindulge on activities of marrying. I know Honorable Nyaoke loves tea, but once in a while she take Heineken. I think just the way you've been doing it, just one, just for your stomach, please don't increase. I know my friend and mother-in-law, the Honorable Anno Chola, loves a little bit of wine. Let's just keep it at that as we go for the long holidays, because we want to see all of us here come 5th of February next year, rejuvenated and willing to work for the people of Kisumu County. Otherwise, thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. I support the motion on long recess.
Honorable Nyaoke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also want to join my colleagues in supporting this motion for the long recess. Mr. Speaker, it has been a long journey this year, and I want to commend ourselves for the job that we have been patriotically doing in this House, Mr. Speaker. Now it is time again, not really to rest per se, but now to do the rest of the works that we have waiting for us in our wards. Mr. Speaker, there are a lot of things maybe taking places in our wards that we might have not had time to see the progress of, like the works, constructions going on and so forth. So it is the right time that we have the opportunity to check on this, on the progress of this particular things taking place in our wards. Mr. Speaker, also following the passing away of our party leader, we wish that as we proceed to the long recess, let us remember our country and our community into prayer so that God can guide us, give us direction. I know we are still stumbling here and there, but I believe that if we join together, we remain united as a party in our party ODM. I think we shall come back here in January with a formed opinion of being a united family. I'm going to miss some of us that are not very easy to come by during this long recess. Like I never see Honorable Dede anytime we close for long recess, but I do hope that some of us, those who just disappear completely, let us be meeting around, have tea together. Of course, I want to confirm that if we meet with you, the only thing I can take with you is a cup of tea, not anything else, unless you want something else, we can see what to do. Otherwise, I want to thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. You also make yourself available. You are also not very easy to come by during long recesses, but I hope this time around we shall be able to meet around, have our tea together. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. I beg to support.
Honorable Dede.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also join my colleagues in the motion which is on the floor of the adjournment of the Assembly, Mr. Speaker. Since the year began, Mr. Speaker, we've done much of work in this Assembly, playing the representation role and also the legislation role, Mr. Speaker. And as for now, we are almost half the year, whereby remaining with the third role, which is oversight. And to my major worry, Mr. Speaker, even though we are adjoining as per the calendar of the Assembly, the much work which we have to go for the oversight role, Mr. Speaker, the third role has never been done by the executive, and that's going to give us about 80 time at home, being that after representing our people doing the legislation, passing the budget, now the work of the executive, which is to implement, they've not done their role, and now just denying us a role of doing the oversight of the projects which were to be done within the financial year, Mr. Speaker. And by that, Mr. Speaker, even though we are going for the long recess, but we might at least organize on how to check on our colleagues, because some of us might die of pressure and depression at home, Mr. Speaker, being that they don't have people to, the colleagues to share their ideas, their feelings, so that they'll be confined at home. So I'm urging my colleagues that while we are on long recess, Mr. Speaker, let's keep on checking on each other on phone call to see whether they are still alive, so that they should not be having a lot of pressure, Mr. Speaker. And finally, Mr. Speaker, as we are going for the long recess, let's keep on, at least if in case of any issue to be tackled, Mr. Speaker, we will be on through online, not most of the time, that in case you need us for any emergency, because an emergency might arise, just keep on contacting the members, and we can come back and please push the assembly to the other level. Otherwise, as we are going for the long recess, let's keep on checking on each other as we are going. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I support the motion. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Eunice Alando.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Going by the mood of the House, I may call the mover to reply.
Yes, Honorable Lumumba.
Mr. Speaker, I sat down here, I listened keenly from the contribution of our members, and indeed, members are yearning for this recess. All that remains is what they are going to do with the recess. A number of our members who have contributed at least have shared what is expected of our members. So the reminder that they need to, what they need to do. Honorable Nerea's concern, actually it's a grave concern, I would call it, that needs to be addressed, not only after opening next year's session. Some of them, I believe, can be addressed during the long recess, and I urge the leadership led by you, Mr. Speaker, that we try and consult as much as possible during this recess to address some of these concerns, especially the one like what Ray is saying. I know there is also a pending matter that was agreed that we get time and address the revenue issue as an item on its own. It was suggested that we'll get time. We would ask the leadership led by you to pursue that, and we actualize it during this holiday. It is also important, Mr. Speaker, that before even we reach Christmas, it is my proposal and suggestion that we need to sit back again with a governor and review what we discussed last time and find a way forward. We do not have the luxury of time. So let us also ensure that that becomes part of our recess. I like my son-in-law Steph's contribution, encouraging members that they should not shy away from these English jargons of buy, one term. After all, even in your home, whenever you leave, your child says buys you. This is just an English word. You should not get scared. When someone tells you one term, of course, yes. We came here for one term of 5 years. So there's nothing new that they are saying. So feel encouraged that whatever they are saying is not anything new. Focus, deliver. This is politics. Face them. For our members of ODM, remember the manifesto of our party. And whenever we are talking about development, these developments are actually a credit to our party. So whenever we achieve whatever we achieve, it is for this party that again you are going to seek election, re-election in the same party. So do your best to fly the flag of ODM, and the best time is during this recess. Honorable Nyaoke, thank you very much for the contribution that you've given this House. You asked the members to be vigilant. That is part of our oversight. There are a lot of things that happen. Some of our equipments are used in our wards, and then we come here and say, you did not know. Get to know what is happening in your ward. If it is an activity by the executive, know if it is genuine or not genuine. If an equipment is working in your ward, is it contracted or it is machine-based? That is part of oversight to help us also to stop this kind of pilferages that we are talking about when we lament about revenue collection. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I commend my brother, my uncle, Dede, for reminding members that we need to get in touch. We need to be in touch with each other. And that note, I request that let us keep ourselves abreast and active in our WhatsApp group, that we get to know what is happening, where and when. And it is through that WhatsApp that when in a short notice, within a short notice, when we are called upon, we'll respond. You know very well that recess does not mean that you're going to sleep up to February. We'll be called upon when it is necessary by our speaker here. And even what I'm talking about, consultation that we are requesting that be done by the governor, I'm sure if that is actualized, we will be called upon a short notice through our usual WhatsApp. Otherwise, I thank all the members that have contributed, and now I wish you all the best during our recess, and I will not have time to wish you Merry Christmas and New Year. Allow me therefore to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the motion adjournment of the County Assembly sittings for long recess until Tuesday 10th February 2026 have been moved, seconded, and debated. And honorable members, I also want to make a few remarks as the Speaker of the County Assembly of Kisumu, even as we come to this come to the end of this fourth session in the third assembly. Honorable members, I want to say that as we conclude the business of this session and adjourn for long recess, I wish to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to each one of you for the commitment, diligence, and dedication you have demonstrated throughout the year. Your contributions, whether on the floor of the House, in the committee, or through engagements with our constituents, have been invaluable in strengthening the legislative oversight and representative mandates entrusted to us by the people of this great county of Kisumu. Despite the many challenges we have faced, you have continued to uphold the dignity and purpose of the Assembly, ensuring that the voices and the aspirations of the citizens are reflected in the work that we do. Honorable members, allow me to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the staff of the County Assembly for their professionalism and unwavering support. They have worked behind the scenes, often unseen, but always felt. And their work has enabled the smooth functioning of the House, and they have kept this institution running with excellence and integrity. Honorable members, I now want to briefly reflect on some of the milestones made during this year. In terms of legislation and representation, we have seen improvement on the number of bills, motion statements that have been passed in the House. I'll be very particular about members' sponsored bill, where this session we had 2 member-sponsored bill, one being the Kisumu County Cess Act. It's already an act, so Kisumu County Cess Bill 2024, which is already an act, sponsored by Honorable Regina Kizito. And number 2, the Kisumu County Quarry Bill 2024, was sponsored by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Nerea Kombo, MCA Nyatabi. In addition to the private member bill, it is encouraging to note that this third assembly has so far processed and passed over 20 bills, most of which have been enacted and operationalized. We have also debated and passed several motions, considered several statements, requests, processed over 10 petitions, and hundreds of committee reports that address the challenges of the people of Kisumu and improve their socioeconomic well-being. This is attributed to the capacity building of honorable members and staff, as well as enhanced civic education and access to information by the members of the public. We have also enhanced the oversight by interrogating financial statements and implementation of development projects to ensure taxpayer gets value money. The outcome of this effort is an improved audit rating of both the Executive and the County Assembly. To this end, I wish to acknowledge some of the most active committee chairs, and this is based on the liaison committee report on the performance of the House committees. Some of the committees include PICPAC, chaired by Honorable Kennedy Ouko, MCA West Kisumu Ward. The Committee of Medical Services, Public Health and Sanitation, chaired by Honorable Vincent Jagongo, MCA Northwest Ward. Budget and Appropriation Committee, chaired by Honorable Joachim Okech, MCA Kondela Ward. This, alongside other committees, have done a commendable job, and I urge you to keep up in the next session. On the same breath, honorable members, I wish to commend honorable members who have been devoted in attending House sessions and participating in debates. And this is based on the answered reports, honorable members. You can see that even today, one honorable member, I think, pointed to that in terms of attendance. Yeah, cases where, including the House leadership, becomes very challenging to spot in the House. I was not able to see the whip. I don't know if he left the assembly. Maybe the deputy leader majority will follow up for the same. But I want to mention that Honorable Benny Peto Iko, I'm not able to spot him today, has been a devoted attendee of the assembly and debates. That is based on the Hansard reports. Honorable Seto Kumu, Honorable the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Nerea Okombo, the Deputy Leader of Majority, the Deputy Whip, the Deputy Majority Whip, Honorable Jennifer Obonyo, and MCA Southwest Kisumu, Honorable Tom Nyaoke, MCA North Nyakach, among many other members whom I want to congratulate on their dedication to the public service. In the next session, we will be producing scorecards on individual members on various spheres, including but not limited to House debates, statements, attendance to both committee sittings and House sessions, among other parameters. So we'll be telling the staffs responsible for that to start preparing these reports and the scorecards. So there will be an opportunity for each member to be presented with a scorecard on those particular parameters. Honorable members, I wish to recognize and thank players who represented us in the various disciplines during the 6th edition of the County Assembly Sports Association Games, which was held in Meru County. And to be specific, our choir that emerged as a champion once again, scooping position 1 in both set piece and sacred own choice, and added more trophies to our cabinet. Our netball team also bagged a trophy after emerging position 3 in the competitions. Overall, all our teams put up a strong and spirited fight in various disciplines, and I wish to acknowledge them for bringing honor to the county of Kisumu. Honorable members, in addition to the CASA Games, we have consistently been recognized and feted by both government and non-governmental organizations on aspects such as promoting access to information, being the most gender responsive, and being the most trusted and progressive county assembly in Kenya. Few days ago, Jamhuri Kenya Awards recognized the Leader of Majority, Honorable Kennedy Ooko, for being the best performing member of County Assembly in terms of youth empowerment and girl child education in Kisumu County during a colorful event that was held in Ajali Hotel in Nairobi. At the same event, I was feted as the best performing County Assembly Speaker in Kenya, and I owe this to you, honorable members, for the support you have given me to achieve the milestone. In conclusion, honorable members, as we break for long recess, I want to urge all members and staff to take this period to rest, reconnect with your families, and rejuvenate. But I want to call upon the chairs of the different committees that have got a very long list on top of what Honorable Nerea, the Deputy Speaker, presented as the status of activities per committee by 30th of June 2025. What I am having here is the updated businesses that are pending as of today, 4th December 2025. And I can see the list is very long. Some pending as early as even 2024, September. While others, I think, were committed recently, they are pending as of 12 December 2020, as of 21st August 2025. I am going to share this report to our communication wall so that you look at it and see that despite scheduling almost all the committees, we still have this number of pending works. And that brings me to the comment by the Leader of Majority who moved the Deputy Leader of Majority who moved the motion, and even the Deputy Speaker, on the seriousness of our committees. Honorable members, I want to bring to your attention that as the Speaker of County Assembly of Kisumu, we have provided an opportunity for induction to members. We have also provided an opportunity for members to represent, legislate, and to oversight the county. The ball is in your court. Therefore, you cannot blame anybody but yourself in terms of our mandate as the county assembly. Honorable members, I want to encourage you that as you move for the long recess, may this festive season be a time of peace, reflection, and gratitude. I also want to encourage you to take time to be with your constituents so that you can build a better understanding of their failings and challenges that we can seek to address when we resume next year. Let us return next session renewed in spirit and ready to continue serving the people of our county with even greater vigor, unity, and purpose. However, should any issue arise during recess, I urge you to be ready to avail yourself for special sitting if called upon. Finally, I wish also to take this early opportunity to wish all the honorable members and the staff of the County Assembly of Kisumu a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year 2026. Honorable members, with those remarks, I want now to refer you to Standing Order number 26(3) on the calendar of the County Assembly. And I quote, that on a day when the County Assembly is scheduled to adjourn to a day other than the next normal sitting day, in accordance with the County Assembly calendar, the leader of majority party or the leader of the minority party or another member of the County Assembly House Business Committee shall move a motion of adjournment, which shall be debated for not more than 3 hours, after which the County Assembly shall adjourn without question put. Honorable members, you may be upstanding. With that, honorable members, the House stands adjourned until the 10th of February 2026 at 2:30 p.m.
Left hand.